We love
I want to ask you guys about the Snoopy fight. I know we're late, okay? But there was a fight. I'm not going to post it on the screen because we can't post the fighting on YouTube. What were y'all thoughts on that, man? He could he have avoided that?
Absolutely. I saw him like 2 days after, and I spoke to him about it.
Mm-hmm.
And first thing I told him was, I'm like, bro, like, you need security. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I need security. I'm good everywhere, east, west, north, south. Like he's a strong dude. You know what I'm saying? So he is also very liked, and he's a DJ. So I know that he has real people with him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I wanted the ones. So he told his friends, like, yo, don't jump in. And he told me the story. The guy was pressing him about trying to get into a party earlier.
Yeah.
Snoopy said he couldn't get him in. He's seen him at the afters, and it was just on like Donkey Kong. You know
because he couldn't get him into a party?
Allegedly.
And I guess, and listen, this is just a super like inside Toronto story. What, the man got him into other parties before and then he got cheesed?
No, I think that guy is a regular security, or was a regular security at that Millwick location. That it's kind of like an after spot. And yeah, I guess he wanted to get in. Snoopy said, I can't guarantee you that, you know? And then when Snoopy came, the guy was giving him difficulty. He's like, you'll call your boss. And he's like, that's not my boss, that's my client.
Right.
That's what the security guard said. And then I don't know how it escalated, but I think someone got pushed, and then they just wanted their ones. And even though Snoopy can hold his own, I told him, like, it's not even worth like getting into a fight, even if you're gonna win.
Yeah.
Because you could win and still dislocate your shoulder or like mess up, you know, like your mouth, because he had the grills and stuff. So now he's just wearing the mask. But yeah, I definitely told him, but he wasn't really hearing me, which, you know what, I respect it. Every man has their own destiny, and eventually he's gonna have to get security. The more popular you get, it's just wiser. And it's also wiser to avoid fights, even if the opportunity is there to fight and win the fight.
Yeah.
It's just like you don't even want to engage. But he did show me his increased analytics from the fight. Like, it went from like 2 million views a month to like 5.
That's crazy.
So there was a benefit.
You're a man that has walked around with security at one point. You told us the security story.
That one
natural,
time.
Right? You think that Snoopy's at security level at this point? Like, he needs security?
Definitely. I know Snoopy. I rate Snoopy. I think it's very foolish for him to like have this mindset of you don't need security, because like, fam, it's more aura even if you have it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't look bad if you don't look like a wimp. You don't look like a punk. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Bro, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, all the biggest artists, top artists have security. You know what I mean? Like, even pro fighters still have security because like they have to protect. You have to protect your asset. You are your number one asset. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, if your arm is dislocated, how you going DJ?
I will say this though, he was DJing.
No, you obviously
with the
still
sling.
can, but like, it's gonna be more like
Difficult.
You know what I mean? Like, if your mouth is messed up, how you gonna talk on the mic?
Your
like,
image,
you
everything.
know, like, it's just
But his argument, and I understood it, was that like he has so many real dudes around him that like they serve as security. Even though in my opinion it's good to have a designated professional security, because even your boys letting you fight because you told them, yo, let me get my ones in.
That's not professional.
A real security guard that is like full time, like, yo,
Yeah,
I'm
it's not
guarding
gonna
Snoopy. He's like,
happen.
I don't care if you want to fight. We're not fighting this guy.
Yeah.
You could get sued. Something could happen. You could beat him up. Boom, his head hits the ground. Now you're charged with manslaughter. Like, there's so many things that
And
can
in the
happen.
video, you can see the man had a strizzy or whatever. So like, okay, your friends let you get the ones, you win, and then now
then the man pops you.
and then now the man wants to like take it further. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't wish none of this on. You know what I mean?
Nah,
But, like,
nobody. But you're right. It was low, like high risk, low reward.
Yeah.
In a sense. And I also do understand the argument that let's say I'm making $500, let's say, right, for that night. What, 100, 150 is going to go towards security? Like, he has kids to feed.
Yeah.
He has multiple kids. He has his own lifestyle to maintain. So I can understand mitigating that cost, eliminating the need for security by just, you know, I'm with my boys or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
It's a touchy place to be in because, and I've heard other people, I think Will Smith talked about this when he went broke. Okay. And I'm not saying any of us or Snoopy's broke, but when Will Smith went from having millions of dollars and he went bankrupt, he was like, I'm famous, but I didn't have money like that. So like, we're all in this position where like people know our faces, we're popular. Snoopy's extremely popular, but like the money to have like constant security is not coming in because he's not rich yet.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's that weird place to be in in
That
your
middle
career,
ground.
that middle ground where like everybody will know your face when you go into certain rooms, but come on, bro, can we really afford security? Like you said, $5 bills. That's not no little bit of money, but it's not enough to be like, okay, I got 20 racks for the night. I'll just spend 1,000 on security, maybe 1,500.
Yeah, especially also when you have like kids that are dependent on your income,
Yes.
you know? So I can understand that. And I also understand his sentiment that he's 99.99% of the time, he's probably very well received in public. People come up to him, yo, Snoopy, yo, I rate what you're doing, yo, DJ my party, whatever. But it only takes that 0.01% to really cause problems in your life, you know?
Yeah.
And I think, I also think that there is something to say about, as a DJ, get in and get out. You know, a lot of the times, I can't lie, I'd be wanting to party too. It was his birthday weekend.
Yeah,
So of course you want to party, but at what age do you stop kind of partying afterwards where there's going to be increased risk? You know, when they say nothing good happens after 3 a.m. or whatever, like it can only get worse from here.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, when you combine that with alcohol, with women, with ego, with all this stuff, you create a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, you guys as DJs, you guys both have to keep follow that advice. Get in and get out.
That's what I usually do, because by the time I'm done DJing, like, especially if I just shelled, like, it takes a physical toll. I don't know about you, but you ever like kill it so bad that like you're actually tired because like physically, even though I'm standing in one spot going crazy, I'm like sweating. I'm like, I feel like I just ran like a marathon.
Yeah,
No, I feel you. I feel you.
You know, you might chill with a one girl after, you know, even her, be careful. But, you know, if you're like trying to like, oh, let's keep the party going, whatever.
Let's go to the afties and all that. That's when shit goes down.
But it was his birthday.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I can totally understand why you'd want to keep turning up, you know? And I feel like he's built his brand off being the lit guy, the party guy.
Yeah.
It's not like he's just the guy who's the DJ. He's like, nah, he's lit. He's trying to party. He's going to drink. He's going to pop bottles.
Well,
he's going to throw one.
You're going to have to make sure to allocate like at least $5 bills each time that you could just put on security for every time you want to do that, bro.
Have you ever used security?
No, not yet. But I'm not against it. I just can't afford it yet.
And honestly, it's not even that expensive. You know what I mean? For the night, you could get like, you know, it's not gonna be the biggest buffest, man, but you get a bill 50.
Bill 50, I just can't trust that, bro. I don't feel like you're gonna punch anybody in the face for me for a bill 50, bro. Sometimes catch a bullet, I don't expect anybody to do it, but like at least punch somebody in the face for me, bro.
Sometimes just having a man in the shirt is like enough.
Yeah, it's a deterrent factor, especially if he's licensed. But I wonder, like for example, Drake security. I feel like those guys would catch a bullet for him.
Low key, one of them actually did.
Literally.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
But that wasn't for him.
It wasn't jumping in front of him type
He just
shit.
caught a bullet.
Yeah.
Because of him. No, I'm joking. But
no, but like, hey, it's a good question. I don't know, man. Like, how much you got to pay somebody to catch a bullet for you? That's your life. Like, your life is just, it's priceless, fam.
Everyone has a price.
Like, I feel like Secret Service and guys like that, because they're dealing with like, you know, government officials and stuff like that, they might be more inclined to jump in front of the bullet. But like, you're going to jump in front of the bullet for a rapper or a pop star? I don't know, bro.
I think it depends on where you're at in life. Like, if I had kids, I don't think I'd ever jump in front of a bullet for anyone besides like my dukes or like someone like super, super close to me.
They're not even your homeboy. You're just working for them, fam.
Yeah, my homeboy. I don't know. If I had kids, definitely not.
Yeah.
Without kids, where you have like kind of less to lose and maybe you're making a lot of money, I could see them being like, nah, like, you know, Drake is the reason why I have a crib, the reason why I have a car. So like, yeah, I'd catch a bullet for him. He's my dog. Like,
you know what? I don't know. I don't think it's. What do you think, Natural? Because I got my answer. I'll give it last.
I would say 8 out of 10 people know, but there's always that 2, like, you know, that go against the grain. That's like they live and die by their job, literally. You know. So.
Yeah, I just don't see it because he has other. Like, Charlamagne's been going around on Vlad TV and doing his rounds, right? And he told a story about how Drake's old security, told him that there was a green light on him.
Green light, yeah.
And I actually broke that story a while back when he talked about it on Brilliant Idiots. But that's a whole other story.
A green light on who?
On Charlamagne the God. But he was this is old security. Now the security was working for G-Eazy at the time, and he was like, yeah, we used to work for Drake. So it's like, if you guys are going around from rapper to rapper, you ain't taking no bullet for nobody, bro. I was Drake's security last year, and now this year I'm Travis Scott's security. I ain't taking a bullet for none of them.
Well, maybe it's like, yo, I would take a bullet for Drake last year. Now it's Jeezy.
Nah, bro.
Isn't there that one security guard though that Drake has always had, like that big pause?
The white dude with the beard.
Yeah.
He don't even work for him anymore. The
Really,
guy he
yeah?
got into a fight at the gym with somebody the other day and went viral. That guy don't work for him no more.
Okay, so then I agree with you. Then.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you work for me today, not tomorrow. I ain't taking no bullet for you, bro. I'm just a hired head.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's interesting because in that same Charlemagne interview with Vlad, he's talking about how Chubbs pressed Vlad because he allowed Charlemagne to say these things on his platform. It's like, that's on you too, brother.
Natural, watch out.
You better watch out. You platforming this guy. You might as well have said it. You know,
right? Drake security for you, and then Chubb for me, right? You platform them, pussy.
That's on you.
We love hip-hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip-hop.